Good evening, and thank you for being here with us on tonight. My name is Dr. Paul A. Stute, Sr. I am the founder and executive director of Rise Up Academy. Rise Up Academy started as the Greater Trinity Academy, and we made the decision to change the name because we saw Rise Up Academy as being a more accurate description of what we're doing here at the school and what we see as the future and the hope for our students. It's elevated. It's far beyond anything they can see or imagine. It's their opportunity to literally rise up and ascend to new heights, new opportunities, new levels of excellence. The foundation of that achievement is developed when they're young, and so Rise Up Academy is here to help develop those students. Here with me tonight is our kindergarten teacher and curriculum specialist, who also happens to be former NFL running back Dr. Terry Metcalf, who has been a coach for our teachers and who has, for more than 20 years, been part of the school for nearly 10 years. Actually, he's been now on the staff. Additionally, I'm proud to announce that Terry just was enshrined into the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame this week in recognition of his time as player with the St. Louis Cardinals football team. So would you help me give congratulations to our dear friend and our brother with an extraordinary accomplishment, Dr. Terry Metcalf.
Thank you, Dr. Stute. This is an unusual event being held in an unusual format during an unusual time. So let me do one of the things I do best. Let me be a teacher for a minute. There are two key elements to this evening: the live program, what you're doing right now, the online auction. This is a chance to learn more about the work of Rise Up Academy, bid on some incredible items, and make donations to support the work of Rise Up Academy. Ideally, you should have two devices. You're probably watching on your TV or computer, and that's perfect. If possible, grab a second device. It can be your phone or a tablet so that you can bid on some of these items and donate when you get to the portion of the evening. If you do not have one device, or if you do have one device, make sure you open a new window so that you don't miss anything. In that second window, you should have a private link that should have already received by both text and email. If you don't have that, please create an account so you can participate throughout the evening. While we're talking for the next few minutes, take the time to get that set up so that you don't miss out on some of these incredible items coming up to bid. If you have any trouble during this event, please call our tech support team at 206-899-5127. Okay, that takes care of the classroom portion of this evening.
Thank you, Terry, or should I say Dr. Terry Metcalf. There's some folks that we really want to make sure we thank before we move on with the evening. First of all, we'd like to thank our sponsors, our platinum sponsors like Home Street Bank, Silver Creek Church, our gold sponsors, Coastal Community Bank, Peter Zeeb, and the Electro Impact Company, Jim Colin, Perry Watson, and the staff at the Marysville Toyota, and Jay Boitano and the Boitano Homes.
Our silver sponsors, U.S. Bank and Dan Clayton Construction out of the San Francisco area. Our bronze sponsors, Elizabeth Newland, Attorney Phyllis Turner Brim, Zap Paripa, and Himalaya Homes. And our in-kind sponsors, the Seattle Mariners, David Radke and the T-Mobile, Ben Bridges Jewelers, Everett Office Furniture, Columbia Hospitality, Tulalip Casino, and Clearwater Casino, and the White Horse Golf Course. Again, take a look at these items available in your auction. You really don't want to miss out.
And our friends, the school sponsors, the friend of the school. Yes. We want to make sure that we thank Patrick and his team at Imagine This, West Hall Insurance Agency, Dr. Jim Schrader, my eye doctor, David Ratliff, and the crew at Devco, Samar Hayden, and Nels Inquest in memory of Augusta Magnuson Inquest. I also want to thank our board of directors, our board president and the Everett Community College, Professor Ms. Jane Joyner, our vice president, Forrest Deal, our treasurer, Troy Finlayson, publisher of Luxury Home Magazine, Brandon Mayfield with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Also, we want to thank Ruby Wells with Pivotal Ventures and Teresa Burvell with Swedish Health Services, Carrie Green with the Assure Ride, and Cindy Ogle with the Providence Hospital Hospice Services.
As I'm sure you know, all of this, the reason for this event is the kids who attend the Rise Up Academy. These kids are incredible, and they are far our most precious resources. Part of the reason why the school is called Rise Up Academy is because the name speaks to elevation, it speaks to potential, and it speaks to opportunity. Take a couple of minutes and listen to some of our students sing the song, the theme song, Rise Up by Andrea Day. This was performed at the Edge of Amazing Conference last year as we recognized the work of Snohomish County heroes and friends of our school.
Wasn't that incredible for our former county executive, Mr. Bob Jewell, and Mr. Mel Sheldon? You know, that gets me every time I watch that video. I'm sure it got you out there, didn't it? Rise Up Academy has been fortunate over the years to gain some incredible friends, and you'll see a couple of those friends tonight. But one of those who couldn't be with us on tonight, we opened the school together some 21 plus years ago. He helped us cut the ribbon and get the school open, and every one of those 21 years, I promise you, I've called him friend, mentor, and brother. And over the last 10 years, he has hosted our Celebrity Golf Classics, which will be back again next year to celebrate our 10th year. He's a member of the Seattle Seahawks Ring of Honor. I bet you all guessing who the name is already. And in the 2017, he was enshrined as NFL Hall of Fame. Of course, by now, you should know I'm speaking of none other than Mr. Kenny Easley. The playground at the school is even named at the Rise Up Academy was dedicated in his honor, and it was his number in the turf as well as his name, and that we're found out that we're the only school. We know that we are in the state of Washington that's been allowed to use that Seahawks logo on our turf. Kenny, Gail, we love you all, and we're thankful for all that you mean to the school, and we look forward to seeing you next year. And oh, hello and thank you to all the family members, your children down there on the East Coast.
Our next guest will also be a familiar name to the Seahawks sports fans. He spent his entire playing career with the Seattle Sonics and then went to coach the Sonics, the Portland Trail Blazers, and the Indiana Pacers. Not only was he a great player and coach, he was also been a great friend to the school and was instrumental in helping us build the covered sports court at the school. We're honored to call him friend, Mr. Nate McMillan.
Back 10.
My name is Nate McMillan, and I want to thank you for joining us tonight and helping to bring attention to a good cause here. I want to talk about Rise Up Academy and Pastor Paul Stute. I'm gonna call him Pastor Paul Stute because he's still my pastor, even though he is now referred to as Dr. Stute. We're living in a time that there's a lot of division in our country, and a lot of people are forgotten about. And the one thing that I know Dr. Stute is passionate about is the kids, and so am I. And we have to, extend a hand to some of these communities that need some help. They need some assistance. They're being forgotten about. And I think what Pastor Stute has been doing really since the time that I met him is not forgetting about those communities that need some help. They need some attention. They need assistance. These kids, they don't have places to go. Some of them don't have food to eat. And he is making sure that in his community and for Rise Up Academy, that he is trying to bring that awareness to, his friends that he has all over the country to reach back, to help, to assist in any way that they can, whether it's financially or if they have time, or they can donate, food or money to the academy. That helps tremendously for those families in that community. So is something that's dear to my heart is the kids in these communities where funding has just been taken away from them. They don't have outlets. They don't have places to go. They are basically just hanging out on the streets. Rise Up Academy is an academy that we are trying to bring hope to. And I hope that you will support Rise Up Academy as I do and many others do. The money is great, and you certainly need that, but time is just as good. I would encourage anyone to go to the school, visit the school, and see what they are doing there. See what the staff, what Dr. Stute is trying to create there, and what they've done. I can positively say that 100% of the funds is going to go to that school. He is not a man that is going to be spending the money on himself. I can vouch for that in the sense that he's still driving that Escalade that he was driving about 20 years ago. 100% of the money that is donated to the school will go towards the school and those kids.
Thank you, Nate. Looking forward to seeing you again sometime soon. To you and Michelle, we love you all back there. I found that the Greater Trinity Academy, now Rise Up Academy, when I discovered my why, I saw crisis of housing. I saw a crisis of opportunity. I saw the lack of education that experienced by far too many children and families. And I asked why. I literally did. Rise Up Academy serves children who come from families that often that is not to their own fault. Experience the challenges of poverty, they experience homelessness and they experience the socioeconomical disadvantages. At Rise Up Academy, we're searching for a way to create a level playing field that offers every child the opportunity to succeed and live a meaningful, healthy, secured life. Now, in this time of global pandemic, we're having to reinvent our program. The staff with our children, a school-age program, overnight, just the staff members. Terry, you have to be able to agree and accept the fact that it's like they become the principal, the teacher, the paraeducator, the IT technician, the lunchroom attendant, the school counselor, the coach, and even the principal. Even they're becoming a parent at times for these children, and that's overwhelming.
No one could have envisioned that we would be here in 2020, but here we are. The pandemic has magnified what we have been seeing for years. We have personal stories of children from homeless families that are sleeping on someone else's couch until they can be picked up the next morning for school. Pediatricians familiar with the health of homeless children have identified a homeless child syndrome consisting of a number of illnesses and developmental problems that are more common among homeless children than others, even those who are in the category of poverty level. We are attentive to the emotional, social, physical, and mental needs of our students. Our program dedicates to help educate these children, to get them to a point where when they're entered the public school, they are no longer automatically behind their classmates. But sometimes it's more important to be the place where the child can get 2 nutritious meals and a quiet, safe place to sleep for a couple hours a day. So yes, we wake up every day working on why, and we rejoice when a student's eyes light up, when they have learned to read and are proud to show it off. But the joy is just as real when we can tell from a student's behavior that they are starting to realize that they are safe and cared for, because no true learning can take place when a child is continually in a fight or flight mode.
And so, in a couple of minutes, we're going to ask you to step out with us and lend your support. Go to the donate page and the personal link you should have now received, and get ready to help us continue by helping these amazing children. But before we do that, please take a moment to see why we're doing what we're doing.
Rise Up has many hands-on activities for kids, and I know for a fact if he wouldn't have been here with his teacher, he would not be ready for kindergarten.
What's the word?
Tea.
Say it fast.
Tea.
Point at your teeth.
What about an open one of these guys?
Good. All right. Next one. You ready? Next one,
It's important that we not only become creative, but we become intentional to form in these children's minds.
We believe here that at Rise Up Academy that all children can make it, all children can learn. That's one of our mottos. I can learn anything.
No, don't y'all. Okay. We're going to open our fun and need portion of the evening right now. And they messing me up over here. If anyone out there, if anyone out there would like to give at a level above the $5,000 level, please text it in right now to us. And you text it by typing in a message to the YouTube chat or call our tech support number at 206-899-5127. Am I hearing that correct?
You're hearing that correct?
Mr. Nate McMillan,
Yes.
our dear friend Mac 10. Oh,
Yeah.
that's dead now. He's there. Mac 10 just contributed $25,000. Can we give, come on, for Mr. Nate McMillan and to his lovely wife, Michelle. Thank you so much, Nate. A good friend of mine by the name of Mr. Jerry Keegan said something to me, and that's what is happening right now. A little while ago, he said this to me, and it stuck with me. He said, "It is our astonishing power of nice that maximizes the joy of our shareable success." And in this period of COVID-19 that we've been dealing with, I know I try to be a little nicer, and I have been impressed, basically, by the acts of niceness, and just like now by Mr. Nate McMillan, and the kindness that I have received. So I look for opportunities for niceness because it's our shareable success. Thank you, Mr. Jerry Keegan, for reminding me of that. We're now, if no one else has typed in that would like to have a number called above the $5,000, again, we want to say thank you to Mr. Nate McMillan and to his lovely wife, Michelle.
Yes,
We're now at our $5,000 level, and I want to call out some of those who have just now, who stepped up already for our $5,000 level. Coastal Community Bank, Mr. Jim Colin, and Perry Watson at the Marysville Toyota. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Peter Zeev at Electro Impact, $5,000. And Jay Boitano at Boitano Homes. It is easy just, $5,000. When I say thank you, Mr. Jay, it is easy just to donate, click the donate link button, and you'll receive a notification, and it'll send it to us that you are one of our supporters for the Rise Up Academy. While those contributions are coming in, take a moment, if you would please, to hear from one of our parents, Mr. Jesse Wilson.
You know, when I think about Rise Up Academy, I think about what every parent says. Every parent says they want to give their child any advantage that they can in life. And when you send your kids to Rise Up Academy and you support Rise Up Academy, you're doing just that. Harmony and Xavier, they went through the program and they did a phenomenal job with them. I had them being taken care of with family before, and what I figured out is that Harmony and Xavier weren't learning anything. I believe Harmony entered when she was 5, Xavier maybe 4. No, excuse me. Harmony started at Rise Up Academy when she was 4, and Xavier started when he was 3. When you think about good habits and how to instill some of those things that we all struggle with as parents, discipline, good listening skills, and getting your children to focus, I don't know what I would have done without Rise Up Academy. Xavier, I love him more than words can express it, but he is 100% boy. When you think about boys, they like to run, they play, they like to laugh, they like to have a lot of attention, they're loud. That is all my son. Big heart, likes fun a little bit too much. And when he went there, we had a little bit of a problem because he liked to stand out and really have trouble paying attention and concentrating and studying. And I don't know exactly what they did in the classroom, but when they brought this problem to me, they said, "Don't worry, we will take care of it. We've done this before." And now what I look at is I have a very young man, because he doesn't like me when I call him a kid anymore. I have a young man that will sit down, he will do his work, he will pay attention, and he will apply himself. We know right now we're in unprecedented times. This is the first pandemic I've ever lived through. And trying to teach my kids to study now, if they hadn't had the good habits that Rise Up Academy taught them, I would be struggling. So it's really interesting that I've seen some of the other parents that I know, they're struggling with their kids, and I can't say my kids are perfect the whole time, But when I sit them down at the table and they know it's time to study and do their work, they really hone in and they focus and they put in the effort. There's been a couple of times where I even tell them, because they both had Dr. Terry at one point, hey Harmony, hey Xavier, what would Dr. Terry say if you were doing that right now in his class? And they tend to straighten up and then pay attention and do their work.
I had the privilege of having both Jesse's children, Harmony and Xavier, in my kindergarten class. They're extraordinary children.
Oh, yeah.
And the confidence and self-discipline that Jesse mentioned is something that we work to instill in all our students, no matter what age. But I can't do it alone. We can't do it alone. We need you to walk with us and help us equip and empower our students so that they can achieve the potential that every one of them have. Can you step in at the 2,500 level to support these students? We have some donors at that level already.
Oh, yeah.
U.S. Bank, Dan Clayton,
my
and
dear
Dan Clayton Construction
My friend.
out of the San Francisco area, and Bob and Margaret Bavasi. Join us.
My friend.
And as you click through the donations, it's my great pleasure to introduce our next guest. As Dr. Stute mentioned earlier, we have some amazing friends here at Rise Up Academy. I had the opportunity to be in the NFL at the same time. Fortunately, we were both on the same side of the ball, so we never had to hit each other. He was enshrined in the NFL Hall of Fame in 1995. He was one of the greatest receivers to ever play the game, Mr. Steve Largent.
Hi, my name's Steve Largent, and it's an honor to be able to come before you on behalf of Rise Up Academy. I became involved with Rise Up Academy just a few years ago. I've personally seen the commitment that Dr. Stute, the faculty, and staff have taken to change the lives of the students and their families. They have provided high academic excellence and an environment for children to believe they can learn anything. Rise Up understands that in a world of rapid change, the best way to prepare for unpredictability is education. That's why Dr. Stute is incorporating, along with his teachers and staff, a strong curriculum that will prepare them for the road ahead. As a community, we can sometimes pay too little attention to the schools that serve lower income families. That's why I support Rise Up Academy, as they excel at preparing these young children for life itself. Studies continue to show that an investment made in the earliest preschool years, especially those who are underserved, can bring enormous dividends as a child proceeds from one level of education to another. This is the time that we should invest in the faculty and the staff of Rise Up so that they can continue to have the tools they need to provide high level of quality education to all children. Will you join me today as we commit to the future of Rise Up Academy? Your donation that you make will provide the resources that are needed to help them continue to achieve academic success. Your donation will make a lifelong difference in a young child's opportunity to see a better future. Thank you so much for your help, and God bless you all.
My name is Miss Jasmine. I am the pre-K teacher here at Rise Up Academy.
My name is Miss Georgia, and I am the preschool teacher here at Rise Up Academy.
So one of the things that we were talking about today that was really interesting for us was what we really enjoy here at Rise Up Academy. So one of the things that we were talking about is when our curriculum here, which is reading mastery. And so we really enjoy this curriculum because it advances all students. We really work on reading and math with this curriculum, and it's a great way to. It's a great tool to help the students grow academically. Since I have started here, I have seen the students grow immensely. There's been a huge growth in them.
And I just started here not long ago, about a week ago, and getting to watch the curriculum in action is really exciting for me. I'm excited to get started with the preschool kids on that curriculum because it's very interactive, it's very hands-on, and they get to absorb the learning better because they are hands-on with the curriculum, and I think it's super exciting for me to get to see that, and I can't wait to start that with them here soon.
Yeah, and as well as we also add a lot of extracurricular activities, so that's one of the things Georgia has also gotten to see in this time that she has been with us. So we add extracurricular activities like chess. We also have a Spanish class that I also teach. We have physical education. We also have STEM. So we have kits that we use with the kids, and what it is they're learning about engineering, how to build things together, and that really helps them grow cognitively, you know.
For me, it was really exciting to get to see that and see them work with that, because a lot of these elementary aged or younger kids don't necessarily get Spanish or STEM or chess in their age group, in elementary school aged classes. And so it's super exciting for me to see as a teacher that they are interacting with that, they are being involved with that right now at 3, 4, 5 years of age. And so it's super exciting to see that they're working with more than just a basic math and reading curriculum.
Yes, that really helps them a lot, and this helps them because it helps them to prepare for the future, and they're ready, and then they're really just put up to reach their full success. And another of the things that I think we're really excited here for our growth and the students is to continue to build those relationships with them and their parents, continue to use the curriculum, continue to add those extracurricular activities, and add more to that as well.
Yeah, I've gotten to observe during my training the pre-K and the kindergarten classes and just kind of bounce around there. And it's super exciting and it's just amazing to see that they are in a safe space, that these kids, this environment has developed such a safe space for the kids that they get to grow in their educational knowledge and in their personalities. They get to develop them, and because they're little kids, they're starting to grow as themselves, and they get to be who they are and get to learn while they're doing it. And it's giving such a safe space for the kids and such a safe space for the staff to grow alongside those kids. And I'm super excited that I get to be a part of that.
Yeah. And with that being said, one of the things too is we really like to make sure to recognize diversity here. It is a school that's very diverse, a lot of students from different backgrounds, and everybody's different here. We are very accepting of that, and I think that's one of the things that I'm most passionate about here, is giving that education to all these students. Because it doesn't matter where you come from, they're all capable of getting that same education here, and that's really going to help them as they grow up.
So with that being said, your dollars matter.
They truly do, because with this we are really able to have these kids grow, and you're going to see that success throughout their whole life. So your return of investment is multiplied here because you're changing students' lives here. Thank you.
Miss Jasmine, Miss Georgia, I know you, like I will probably be saying, are two of our amazing teachers. And I'm so proud of them and the work that they are doing and the progress that our children, the students, are making at the results of their hand. You should come, and that's the only way it's going to happen, that you see the magic in the classroom. You see the work by touring the school and see for yourself what these kids are able to do. It will amaze you. Here at Rise Up Academy, we believe that labeling poor children unable to learn merely just leads to analysis paralysis. And we've made things too hard. We've overanalyzed and have gotten away from basic and inescapable truth. The root cause of poverty is a lack of quality education. And if you can't read or do basic math, if you can't show up for work and apply yourself, you will not have a job. Wouldn't you say, Terry?
That's right. That's right.
You will be poor. And other actions may dent poverty, but the war on poverty is 50 years old and the gains are few. The clear path forward is to realize the premise that poor children can't be taught is wrong, and we have to give our children a good academic, social, behavioral, and physical education.
Yes.
And that has to be, it just has to be done right now.
Yes, right
And I
now.
think about what we've moved now ourselves toward, the $1,000 level. Hopefully you're thinking about that right now. And if you hadn't hit the click button, you got time now to do it so we can call out. And I'm grateful for the following donors right now. We're grateful for our Miss Elizabeth Newland. She has come and seen the school firsthand for herself. Yes, she has. And she's seen what we're doing at the school. Thank you to Seattle University Father-Son Board. He's on his way to retirement as president, and welcome to our new president. Attorney Phyllis Turner Brim from Starbucks, thank you. Phyllis actually gave $1,500, so thank you, Phyllis,
Yes,
for
thank
your
you.
Contribution. Mr. Howard Bargreen, Rotarian, thank you. Mr. Zach Papria and the Himalaya Homes, thank you. To Mr. Brian Sullivan, thank you. And to Mr. John Ryan,
Yes.
thank you. Can you step in at that level at $1,000? Just type it in right quick.
Yes, thank you. What about at $500?
Oh, okay.
Like Patrick, and imagine this.
Yes.
Westfall Insurance, Dr. James
you.
Schrader,
Thank you.
Samara Hayden,
Thank you.
Nels Enquist in memory of Augusta Magnuson Enquist.
Thank you.
David Ratliff at DevCo.
Thank you.
Robert Williams,
Thank you.
Jonathan Hensley, J.D. Smith, Jay
Thank you.
Finlayson,
Thank you.
Will McCannon. They have all given $500 to Rise Up Academy tonight. As Dr. Stute said, this is a convenient conversation because it lets everyone off the hook about poor educational results. So the blame can be put on poverty. Unfortunately, for some, this means blaming the children and their parents. Any organization or city is in trouble when the dialogue revolves around questions: who's at fault, instead of what's the root of the problem and how do we solve it. So allow me to suggest to each of us that being here tonight is to be participants and be an answer to the challenge faced by many of our children in the local and state educational system. Let's get out of the blame game in which good teachers stuck in bad systems feel vilified. Politicians duck for cover and people argue about the wrong things. Fortunately, we at Rise Up Academy are ready and willing to take direct action. Our action is encapsulated on our school's motto: I can learn anything. And I want to add, yes, I can.
Right.
The reward is looking into the eyes of so many children who are caught in a cycle of instability. And I see their eyes light, knowing that they have learned. They beam with pride, sharing knowledge in math, technology, science, reading, and other academic areas.
I think you ought to add in that, Terry, chess too.
Yes, we just started our chess program.
Yeah, chess club, the kids doing chess.
Truly, we are
Creating
young scholars. While you click through the donation page, listen to what one of our parents has to say about the Rise Up Academy.
I have 3 kids at Rise Up Academy, and recently I was not getting help with daycare. I'm a single parent, and I reached out to Dr. Stute just to let him know what was going on because my kids have been so happy and successful here, and he offered and worked out that they could get a scholarship and continue their care. And I was in a crisis, and I did not know what to do before that. So I really appreciated it, and I know that my kids are over the moon excited about it, and the teachers care. They care so much that they contact me outside of work hours, their work hours, to make sure my kids are okay with whatever issues are going on, and they've also helped to get the kids scholarship to stay here because they do care so much.
Unfortunately, we find a lot of parents in similar situations. Thank you, Tiffany. But we're here for you. And these parents, they no longer qualify for assistance for a variety of reasons, but they can't afford the entire monthly tuition among, all by themselves. We help where we can because this is all about our kids. But we need your help. Again, I say, we need your help to maintain this work. If 4 of you would give right now $250, that would fund a preschool student's tuition for 1 month. Who can give $250 right now? I know we do have Dr. Mark Valentine, my Rotarian, thank you. And from Snohomish County, our Chieftain, Mr. Dave Summers, thank you. And from Kathy Northrup, thank you. And from Joe and Ashley Gaffney, thank you.
Thank you. As you know, Rise Up Academy is a nonprofit school whose mission is to identify a child's specific needs early on as 2.5 up to 12 years of age. This is what underpins our efforts to close the achievement gap that's prevalent in our nation. We have proven we can take large numbers of children in social, economic circumstances from poverty, homelessness, and foster care to parent substance addiction, incarceration, and other forms of trauma to bring them to a remarkable level of social and emotional success. The obvious answer is to provide quality and quantity schools designed specifically to help this demographic of students. To maintain quality is to seek proven quality teachers that are not only good, fit for our school, but also dedicated to our mission. But we need your help. I'm gonna say that again, we need your help.
We need it.
Please step forward to support and improve our efforts. Give $100. Give $100 like Roy Yates.
Roy,
he actually gave $200.
Thank you, Roy.
Give like Everett School Superintendent,
Yes.
Dr. Ian Salzman.
Thank you, Doctor.
And Wally Webster, and our friend from Detroit, Trevor Royston, and Kevin Sakai.
Yes.
Stephen Brent Hudson, 125.
Thank you. Schooling, as you know, and I know, me being from Houston, Texas, my native land, coming from military, becoming an engineer for Boeing, which I was, and starting the school with Kenny. Schooling prepares children for free, productive, and meaningful life. It provides them with options, with a viable path of the future. Educating impoverished children can transform them from being burdened on our society to becoming communities of success. As we all say about them, from poverty to promise. Education is like a vaccine that helps vulnerable communities.
Yes.
So why do we stand before you? I say to you again, I stand before you to ask yourselves, to help us continue the extraordinary work that we do. I ask you to help us become strengthened of our ability to raise money and to generate a robust philanthropic revenue stream for the school. We stand, yes, to make a difference by supporting opportunity for children in our community who otherwise would not have it. We stand by creating an environment outside of mainstream schools that allow children to not just learn, but children to thrive, and not just learn and thrive, but also thrive and blossom. Thank you for your efforts. $50 gifts to help us stand with our children, like Julia Skiles, Judge Julie. Thank you so much from Atlanta, Georgia. And we just got another one coming in from my dear friend. Get your mind right, Kevin O'Keefe.
Yes.
We got $500 coming in from Kevin. Thank you, Keith.
Thank you.
Yeah, then $100 from Mr. Michael Phelps.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. From Reverend Kirk Hemke. Thank you, Kurt, $250. You see that? Yeah. And then David Ratke. See David. Is that, what is that? Oh, David, thank you, from T-Mobile, $500.
Yes,
David.
thank you.
Thank you, David. Oh, another one's coming in. Elizabeth, who's that? Votes. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth, from Silver Creek, $250. I see Judge Julie coming in again. She's coming in at $100. Julia Skiles, thank you. Yeah, and I think they're still coming. Y'all can still keep hitting that button. You will get excitement.
Yes.
Like Mr. Jerry Keegan said, that it becomes a joy that we can have to share with one another. How about right now, we're going to thank Mr. Kip for auctioning for us.
Thank you, Dr. Paul, and let me say that I'm thrilled to be here again this year. We're going to begin this auction and see if we can make some money to help out these great students. The first item we have this evening is an official bat and ball autographed by the 2020 Rookie of the Year, Kyle Lewis. Both the bat and the ball come in their own display cases. We're going to begin the bidding at $500. Just remember, bidding is open until Monday at 2:00 p.m. Pacific Time. So you will need to check back and keep an eye on your auction items. Don't let yourself get outbid. Our second item is the career of Ken Griffey Jr. in baseball caps. It's not uncommon to see someone walking around in a Ken Griffey Jr. Mariners cap in this part of the country, but you might even find a Cincy or Chicago fan with a Ken Griffey cap. But how many people do you know have a Ken Griffey cap from when he played in Bellingham, Washington? This incredibly unique package features 6 caps representing all the teams that Ken Griffey Jr. played for in his career, from Bellingham, Washington to Seattle. Comes in an autographed display case with a certificate of authenticity. Again, bidding is open until Monday. Someone from Rise Up Academy will contact you and let you know if you are the successful bidder, and will let you know how to collect your caps. To give you all some time to bid or get registered, we're going to take a couple of moments now to take a look at the Rise Up Academy and give you an up-close look at the school.
There was nothing in the area that was identical to what we was going to present.
The most underestimated problem had to do with education and us underestimating how important that was for children who are underprivileged. Can you speak to that?
One of the things that I do truly have heart of belief to as it relates to the importance of education for our children, I can almost get choked up in the sense of thinking that when you can look at the faces of people, you look at young man John Christian, who I just introduced you to, where he came from and where he is today. Economically, sociologically speaking, society has already laid statistically that these children that come out of these poverty-stricken homes, over 80% of them are destined to fall through the cracks. And if we can do what we do for a 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old, by the time they're 8, 9, and 10 years old, education is something that they love the taste of, like a body loves the taste of water. We truly believe here that giving a child a chance to quality academics and education does their future even gooder than
I guess. So there's next one. Get ready. Ready? One more. What's the word? Say it fast. Awesome. They see it with the line on top of it. A and with Jason. Awesome job. Good. Now what's next over here? How many tally marks here? Good. All right. What's the answer? And where does it go next? Okay, is that a 9? So what is the answer? All right, now what do we do next? And how many do you have left? And where does the 3 go? Next to the equals? And so yeah, with the pre-care we live on
a planet called Earth. It is like a big ball in space that travels around and around the sun. Can you say their names? Remember, the sun and the moon are not planets. Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, Earth, Venus, Mars. L, I, Z, A, B, E, D, A.
Wow!
Thank you, Darling. You did a great job.
What do you anticipate you would need in terms of a new building?
Our dream is to build a program that we have a classroom for every grade age, 2 classrooms for kindergarten, 2 classrooms for pre-kindergarten, and then you have 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th grade, 4th, 5th grade. Have a library, have a cafeteria, and then another classroom which we want to have is have a multi-purpose performing arts classroom. That would be a usage that the church would be able to use, that the school would be able to use, that everybody would be taken care of in that one room.
What are some of the just pressing immediate needs?
The immediate needs is funding. So when I look at the needs, it's not only that, but it's also needed is cheerleaders that can come alongside of us and help us partner, champion in the classroom for the children. We have to build up the equity of the children's academic accessibility and needs now, greater so than ever, because the schools are going to be shut down in the fall to the end of the year, at least we know. And so it's going to be organizations like us that the schools are going to be relying upon to be what they feel they can't be themselves right now. What you saw they were learning, it's nearly 10 times that. That daycares, that's what they do. It's what you find on the internet, what you go online, search and find. And so we actually teach structured, standardized curriculum. It's still wrong. Our challenge, and this is a unique, ideal time, I think, for us to now come together. Because we can utilize our times and our strengths of volunteerism into some intentional teachings and learnings for these children in this community, and do it because nobody else is going.
You and 2 friends will have the opportunity to play a round of golf with PGA legend Tom Lehman, the country club at DC Ranch. Tom won the British Open in 1996, and he is the only player in golf history to have been awarded the Player of the Year honor on all 3 PGA tours: the regular PGA Tour, the Web.com Tour, and the PGA Tour of Champions. Following your round of golf, you will then join Tom for dinner in the clubhouse. Airfare and hotel accommodations are not included and will be arranged at a mutually acceptable time in 2021. I see that we already have a bid on this item at $1,000. Great bidding. We're halfway through our live auction items. The next one will give a lucky bidder and 9 special friends a special behind-the-scenes look at the new Seattle Kraken NHL team. You will join Seattle Kraken CEO Todd Leiweke and former Seahawk and Hall of Fame inductee Walter Jones for a once-in-a-lifetime evening at the Seattle Kraken Preview Center. You and your guests will enjoy a wine and cheese reception, a private tour of the facility, and the opportunity to hear the most up-to-date information about Seattle Kraken and the Climate Pledge Arena. Do not miss this opportunity for an inside look at Pacific Northwest sports. We'll ask that the bidding begin at $1,000 on this item. We have a brief word from one of our Rise Up Academy board members, Mr. Brandon Mayfield of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
So during this pandemic, one of the things that's been clear is that there are gaps in our community. There are populations being underserved. And one of the things that Rise Up Academy does better than I think a lot of other places in our community right now is it services those that are most in need. And it can't be done without the help of business leaders. It can't be done without the help of our local government and from funding from those that are interested and care about the future generation's success. One of the things that Rise Up Academy has shown over the last 20 years is that we are producing students that are active in their schools, that are higher test scores, and that are coming in with a confidence that is built on a foundation of care, built on a foundation of knowledge, and just self-advocacy.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to travel again, especially now that we're getting into the season of dark and rainy days here in the Northwest. Here's a good remedy for that. Here is your chance to enjoy 7 nights accommodations for up to 4 people in exciting Cancun or Cozumel, Mexico. Whether you're looking for excitement or a quiet escape, the Amelia Club is sure to please. Crystal clear beachfront is perfect for water sports. Work on your backhand at the Amelia Tennis Club or hit the links at a nearby 18-hole Nicholas-designed golf course. Not to mention the perfect white beaches. Later, satisfy your mealtime cravings with world-class dining in a chic location, many outdoor facilities, and enjoy your favorite cocktail at your choice of bars. Accommodations are studio or 1-bedroom resort condo units, and they may be upgraded to 2 or 3 bedrooms for up to 6 or 8 guests, and it may be available there with a slight surcharge. Airfare is not included in this package. Featured resorts are booked when available. The right to substitute other resorts of equal quality is reserved. We'll start the bidding on this item at $500. Let me tell you, that's a real bargain. Just remember, bidding closes Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock. So don't just bid tonight and forget about it. You'll want to keep checking back on the auction page. And now for our final item of the evening. What happens in Vegas may stay in Vegas, but you have to get there first. Here's your chance. You can enjoy 7 nights accommodations for up to 4 people in exciting Las Vegas. Discover the Carriage House, a non-gaming, all-suite Las Vegas resort just a block away from the excitement of the Strip. Tucked in between the MGM Grand and the Planet Hollywood Hotel, the Carriage House is an ideal destination for leisure and business travel, family vacations, or a romantic getaway. The central location provides easy access to many of the attractions, tours, and shows in and around Las Vegas. Relax in one of the spacious suites with plentiful amenities. Our accommodations include everything from fully equipped kitchenettes or kitchens to an outdoor heated pool and whirlpool. The Carriage House is a serene oasis amid the hustle and bustle of the Las Vegas Strip. Accommodations are studio or 1-bedroom resort condominium units, upgradable to 2-bedroom units for up to 6 guests. They may be available with a slight surcharge. We'll start the bidding here at $500 as well.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrows, but if we are wise, we will have this always tomorrow. We know
thank you. Our children, just like they said, lean on me.
Yes, lean on me.
We want to say thank you again to you all and to Kip especially for letting us lean on you for all these years. Kip, which we didn't get a chance to say earlier, has graciously been our auctioneer and our in-person event banquets, our galas, luncheons, what have you. And I don't even know how many years that he's been doing this for me, but it's been several years. I've lost track after 10 years, Terry. You know, he and I served on board together at Virginia Mason. Not Virginia Mason, but Seattle University's Board of Regents. But he did Virginia Mason's benefits and all that. But remember, the auction closes on this coming Monday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Also, Justin, you got a chance to get your bid in and get your, click on the donate button now as you can. Also, if you still want to make a donation, you can do that now. Go to the GTCLA school.ejoinme. That's EJOINME.org/2020 Gala. So, and that brings us now to the end of our program this evening. But we want to thank all of you. Can I, say it from the bottom of my heart for spending this time and this part of your evening with us. To all of our different, a special thank you to those of you who are still bidding on our auction items, and to those of you who have gone online to donate to Rise Up Academy. I just can't help but to, again, thank Mr. Nate McMillan, who has surprised me with that bid. We've been texting, what have you, and just thank you, Nate.
Yes.
The court, the court is being named after Nate McMillan after Corona's gone.
Yes.
We're going to have a special naming rights of the court being the Nate McMillan Sports Court.
There were a few contributions that weren't able to call out earlier in the show. Reginald Creer
my buddy,
and Barbara Funk each gave $25. Megan Grisham, $100.
Thank you. Oh, and also one of our board members for the school, Mr. Forrest Deal,
Yes.
$500. And then thank you to Miss Penny White, all the way in St. Louis, Missouri, right where you was just enshrined
Yes.
Hall of Fame. Penny, thank you for $1,000. And then to Joseph Wilshire, thank you, Mr. Joseph, for $25.
Yes, thank you.
I want to say right now to all of you, on behalf of Terry and myself, we want to thank you all for letting us come into your home.
Yes.
I'm very humbled and grateful that for the past 21 years, what Terry and I have been doing, knowing each other for that long at the school. Thank you for letting us come into your home to show you a glimpse of the children in which we have been educating there in South Everett. I promise you, you've not seen the half of what we have to show you. Would you say the same thing, Terry?
I would say absolutely the same thing there. You're going to see some magnificent kids and children come out of this program above the standard and reaching for the stars.
I want to say also while we're doing that is thank Mr. Dave Levin out of New York. Dave, we got some great things that we're going to be doing together, and you have been an inspiration to us. And I want to say thank you for what you do and what you've done with KIPP schools and what we're going to be doing as well as we partner in days to come. I'm so grateful, Terry, that we did this. We're not supposed to be touching each other because of Corona.
Get your hands off. No, I'm just kidding.
Get your hands.
No, we just want to say from the bottom of our hearts, we really, truly thank you for allowing us to be a part of your evening. And we hope you feel as compassionate about these children as we do.
Yeah.
And you've done that. Those of you who have given and are still in the auction, we just thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you so much. Like the kids said, lean on me. But then also, like they say in the school motto, I can learn anything.
Yes, I can.
All right, good night, folks. You all have a wonderful evening, and be safe out there. Wear your mask. Make sure you keep social distancing, and keep it safe under the appropriate number in your city, your area, and we're going to keep doing what we're doing at the Rise Up Academy. Don't forget, and I leave this with you, you have to come and tour the school.
Yes.
Come see the magic, see the classroom, see the wonderful teachers that we have, because they are magnificent. Miss Georgia, Miss Jasmine, Dr. Terry, and now Miss Tony, and some other new ones that we have, and Miss Claire, who was leading the children into song and singing. So you come, so you now can be a part of what Rise Up Academy, Greater Trinity Academy is doing right there in South Everett. We love you. Again, we say good night.
Good night.